Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Accent Training Podcast. My name is Pat. I'm your personal American accent coach, and today I'm going to teach you something that's going to reinforce how you use the American accent forever. And you will have more control over the way that American English speakers understand the words that you speak. This episode follows up from our previous two podcast episodes about the sound ow. You remember that one, right? It's what we hear with OU and OW. It's a diphthong, a moving sound. You see, when I say a word like sound, pound, town, I'm making this transition from the OU or OW position, ow, to an N. And it sounds like a-own, a-own. Slow that down with me now. I'm not getting I-own, but a-own, a-own. Because I'm moving my jaw as I pronounce this and I'm transitioning from one position to another, the sound is not a perfect like we hear in the word out, but it's which has my jaw a little bit more relaxed, not as wide open. My tongue is still high in the back of my mouth, arching upwards in the middle, low in the front. And then it transitions to the N, which has the opposite position, with your tongue low in the back and high in the front, touching the roof of your mouth, just behind your teeth. So to get there, I have to lower my tongue in the back of my mouth before I raise it in the front. A-own. And I make that transition while executing on the W glide, the ooh. A-own. Repeat that back to me. How does that sound to you? Sound. Notice I'm not saying sound. Nor am I saying sund. But I'm getting this wider jaw movement and this change in the tongue placement. A-own. Repeat a few words after me so you get the hang of this. Sound. Down. Found. Town. Now a couple of quick phrases. Vowel sound. Stay downstairs. I just found out. Downtown traffic. 4 ounces. Let me show you around. Now, some of you are hearing the difference between saying ow and own, but it's not sticking yet. That's okay. Listen closely to these next words that I'm about to read out and determine whether you're hearing ow or own. Sound. Own or ow? That's an own. Mouth. Own or ow? Mouth. Ow, right? Just OU. There's no N there. Mouth. Pound. Ow or own? Own, right? O-U-N. Bounce. Own or ow? Own, right? House. Ow, how, house. There's no N there, just ow. Plow. Own or ow? Ow. Count. Own or ow? Own. Count. Count. Count to 1,000. Right? Count, thou. Difference between the sounds, right? Count to 1,000. So the common denominator here, just to reiterate this, O-U-N or O-W-N, gonna get own. O-U or O-W as a diphthong, ow. Now this sound reinforces the American twang, which is to say it's what makes the American accent distinct from the British accent. Another American twang sound is an, as in man, answer, plan. It's using the same transition as own, but without the W glide, an. So now listen to a few short phrases after me that use both an and own. Write the answer down. I ran around town. The man frowned when he heard that. Hand these around. Put your hand down. The ground is sandy. Own. There's a lot of development that you can see by focusing on these key areas, reinforcing good muscle memory habits. Now, I don't want to go on all day about this. I don't think that you need me to. It wouldn't help you. If I were to make a whole hour episode talking about own, it wouldn't really serve you because you would just start depending on me for you to use this sound. And what's important is really that you depend on yourself to develop this sound. I'm just giving you a little guidance, a little training here. You have to actually use it. If you don't use it, then you're just wasting your time. But if you use this, your muscles will develop. So let me tell you a couple idioms that you can use this with. First off, to be down. If you were to ask me, hey Patrick, you want to come grab some tacos? I'd say, yeah, I'm down. I'm down for some tacos. I'm down to come. It means I'm interested. I'm interested in participating. It means let's do it. I want to go too. I want to come with you. I'm down. I'm down to drive into town for some tacos. So use I'm down in your own life, and you will see a great boost in your pronunciation and your ability to communicate using the words and phrases that Americans use. Next one up, to gain ground. To gain ground means to make a little progress on something. You know, like in military terms, if you gain ground, you've moved forward. If you use it about a project, you could say, I'm going to gain some ground on this project before you're back. You're moving forward with things. You're advancing. Gain ground. Repeat that back to me right now. Gain ground. Wonderful. And then the third idiom that I've got for you here today is to beat around the bush. Beat around the bush. This means that you're talking with somebody, but you're not really getting to the point of what you want to say. Maybe there's an uncomfortable subject you don't want to really discuss. You feel a little bit nervous to talk about this, but it must happen. And so instead of getting to the point, cutting to the chase, Couple more idioms there. You're beating around the bush. Or else you might be annoyed by someone else who just won't get to the point. And you could tell them, hey, don't beat around the bush. Tell me what you need to say. Don't beat around the bush. Tell me what happened. Now you can listen to all of this and never use it, and it will never develop, and then this whole episode has been a waste of your time. Or you could write down these idioms that I'm talking about. You can practice them, and you can prepare yourself for real life conversation with American English speakers. And then you can gain a little ground with your communication skills. How does that sound to you? Do you want to just pretend to be learning? Or do you want to get some real applicable skills that are going to change your life forever? Write down these phrases that we've discussed here, put them to work, and be more confident for the rest of your life speaking English with Americans using crystal clear vowel sounds. Have a good one, folks.